Tumbling can be basically classified as any inverted flips that are usually done in combos and in straight lines. The basic foundation of tumbling skills comes down to 3 key tricks, being the round-off, the back handspring and the back flip. The basic premise of tumbling comes down to 3 main things: aligned body, fast muscle contractions, and transferring momentum into power efficiently. First and foremost, whole body power generation while having a nicely aligned body during the takeoffs is probably the single most important thing to have in tumbling. Tumbling flips require equal amount of power generation from both legs when taking off for the flips. For example, back or hips can't be much tilted to either side like they are most of the time at tricking. If you are doing a round-off like this, stop. It's going to lead into off-axis back handsprings and back flips, and it's gonna steal your power. Round-off should always be done as straight as possible. I personally think of it like a handstand where I turn my upper body 90 degrees just before my hands touch the ground. In tumbling, you wanna have a very good back and ankle strength, and they are the most important strength factors, but really your whole body is working as one unit during the moves, so whole body strength is very important. Another thing you must ensure is that your wrists are staying healthy, because they must be able to handle a lot of stress. In tumbling, the power generation occurs through having 2 types of powerful jumps. Of these 2, the first one I'm showing is more useful to standing flips, and the second one to flips that require a good amount of blocking, like round-off back tucks. This is actually far different from tricking, where hip and side of your body strength are way more important than these 2 factors. Tumbling relies pretty much solely on muscle tension and muscle contractions together with speed. You must be able to turn momentum into power with precise muscle contractions that are different for each move. For example, a high backflip needs different types of contractions than a whip backflip. This is where the term blocking is very relevant. But before we talk about the blocking, I will be showcasing you the difference between a back handspring and a backflip. For both of these, I'm using pretty much the same amount of force, but the outcome is very different because of how I'm shifting the force. Back handspring is low and the backflip is high because of the jumping angle and my hip usage. On the other hand, in a backflip, the idea is to jump powerfully straight up while raising the shoulders and the knees towards the chest, after which a fast rotation occurs. I think now we are ready to look at the blocking. So here I'm doing round-off, back handspring, whip, back handspring, backflip or back tuck. I'm using pretty much the same force during the whip and the backflip, but the difference is which muscles are working here. During the takeoff of my whip, my calf muscles are definitely not as active as during my back tuck. This is because during the whip, I'm not blocking like at all. The blocking is cancelled by waiting a little and then using my back a lot more than during the back tuck. My hips are shooting forward and my back is working hard to create a fast rotation while being in a layout position. During the back tuck takeoff, I'm blocking very hard. This is due to me reducing the contact time to the ground to a minimum by jumping off my balls of feet as fast as possible. I'm raising my shoulders high to gain as much height as possible. So basically, same power and totally different outcomes. In tumbling, you really want to use your upper body to create more power. Always aim to raise your hands above your head while raising your shoulders as much as possible. The technique during a whip backflip is pretty similar to back handspring. You're just jumping a little bit more and not putting your arms down. Also, you must stay tighter during the whip, so contract your muscles more. Also, I didn't discuss front flips like at all, but you can really use them, especially they are good to do on the gymnastics floor. But anyways, I think this was about it, about the tumbling foundation. I still wanna say that always aim for perfect techniques, but don't be discouraged if you can't get them. It's a process. I can't do perfect technique every single time. It is about striving towards the perfect technique that makes the difference.